What's up, everybody? JayC here, and welcome to another live edition, Tuesday night live edition. So I won't be going live this Thursday, but I definitely wanted to get one in for the week. And I figured we'd talk about tomorrow, a little bit about tomorrow's GIJoe live stream with the Hasbro brand team, what you might expect to see during that. And then also today, McFarlane Toys revealed two of their Black Adam movie figures. And so I thought we'd talk a little bit about that. And of course, whatever else comes up, we'll chat about. And speaking of, Black Adam, the new trailer is set to premiere online tomorrow. So, we saw a little brief thing a while back where they were kind of highlighting a bunch of different DC movies. So... but the full trailer reveal will be coming tomorrow. And then I suspect after that, even though we've already started seeing certain product like Funko Pops and a few of the McFarlane stuff, I expect the full-on reveals will start coming after the trailer tomorrow. So let us see who's in the house tonight. We've got McFarlane Maniac. So what's up? Action figures are great. They're great. And we've got Mr. All Mine. What's up? Blade Runner's in the house. Tom is in the house. Red Knock Ronson is in the house. What's up? Michael. What's up? 3M. Captain Morgan. So looks like we got a pretty good crowd in here tonight. Jerry says Top Gun's the best movie of 2022. I thought it was pretty good, but I don't know if I'd go that far. I still like the original Top Gun movie better. I thought the story was better. I like the soundtrack better. The aerial, visuals in the new movie are definitely much better, especially if you go see it in IMAX. But I still prefer the original a little bit over the new movie. Jason is in the house. What's up? Maverick is in the house. The Jedi, what's up? Seeing some new names in here tonight. Chris, what's up? Yep, finally caught one. Only one this week, but glad you're here. Blade Star, what's up? So GIJoe live stream tomorrow, taking place at 11 a.m. Originally, it was going to be today, or at least that's what they said. I don't know if they moved it or if they just somebody screwed up and put the wrong date up. I don't know, but live stream will be tomorrow. Now, I don't know exactly how much new stuff we're going to be seeing tomorrow, to be honest with you. I think going up for pre-order will be that newer Snake Eyes and Timber 2-pack, not the first one that was an Amazon exclusive. Actually, it wasn't an Amazon exclusive. It was available everywhere. And this one should be available everywhere as well. So, but a second Snake Eyes and Timber. So we saw that revealed at the last live stream, and I think that's going to go up for pre-order. I don't know if we're going to get details on that Dr. Mindbender figure. So far, I'm still not seeing anything for that. For you Transformer fans, I believe we will be getting our second Transformer GIJoe crossover figure revealed tomorrow. So the first one was that Hiss tank that transformed into Megatron with the Baroness figure, which is, of course, available for pre-order now. But tomorrow we should get a reveal of a second one. I actually like that. I would love to see them do an entire line of those. I was really digging the Hiss tank and Megatron. So hopefully we will see more than just the two figures in this line. Blade Star says he spent $130 at the Hasbro Pulse sale this past weekend. It looked like they had quite a number of deals on there. I did not buy anything because most of the stuff that was on sale I already had. In fact, pretty much everything that was on sale that I was in would have been interested in, I already had. So Cobra Eels. I would like to see Cobra Eels, but I feel like, we might. So, like, while we probably won't see images, I'm sure tomorrow we'll continue to get pipeline reveals where they tell us figures that will be coming out in 2023. I have no idea, what those could be. But, maybe a Cobra Eel for 2023, maybe. Black Adam trailer tomorrow. The new Black Adam DC movie trailer is going to hit the net tomorrow. I don't know if they'll fit the MP line exactly. I mean, you probably put it in there with some MPs, but I doubt. I don't know if he's as tall as like the MP Megatron. Maybe a little bit shorter, I'm thinking. I think he's like a it's supposed to be like a Voyager class size, so Captain Morgan got the Juggernaut Colossus 2-pack. That's definitely a nice set. Everyone wants to know where you can get the Captain America shield that's based on the comics. You talk about the role play item? I don't know if that's still available for, at places like Big Bad and such. Quinn's Comics is in the house. What's up? Rashid snagged the teenage. I debated whether to get those, but I decided to hold off on those. How low did those go in price? I probably should have gotten those. I like when those first got announced. I kind of was like, man, just not that much into Power Rangers, so. Here's hoping you have a terrific evening yourself and an entire week. 3M says the figure looks. I agree. Normally with the McFarlane figures, and we can jump over, but normally with those McFarlane figures, they have a real hard time getting the likeness of real live people. But I feel like they did a good job with these two. Now, it is kind of a pain that you got to buy two figures to get just the cloak. So this is like the one I'm gonna get, and I don't know if one of these is going to be like a gold label store exclusive and one a regular release. There were, in the overseas listings, there were two figures listed, one as a variant, and I'm not, it's hard to tell whether they're both general releases or not. But this is not a bad figure, and I like the lightning effects, but I like the cloak better, so I'm gonna go with this. This is probably. I doubt I'm gonna buy both of them, so that's probably the one that I'm gonna get. But I think these are some of the best, at least based on these images. These are some of the best movie figures for DC that McFarlane has done to date. So now we saw some. I don't know if they got pulled off the internet, I think, but like several weeks ago, some I think early production prototypes for some of the other figures in the wave, like the Atom figure and the Cyclone figure, I think were the ones that had leaked out. So those didn't look quite as good, but those were probably early production, so hopefully the final versions will look better. I don't know if we'll see the rest of the figures, if they go and show off the rest of the figures like tomorrow after the trailer. That's my hope. They say though these figures are going to go up for pre-order on July 1st, so it's a little while before they're actually going to go up for pre-order, several weeks, but hopefully they'll go on and reveal the rest of the figures after the trailer. That page puncher Black Adam's not too bad. I don't like the shoulder pads on that figure as much. It looks like he's wearing football pads, but definitely for a comic book figure, that is definitely better than the Endless Winter one that they did. Or yeah, what did I say? Atom Smasher is what I meant. Yeah. Interchangeable heads? You mean like where you don't have to buy multiple figures to get multiple heads? I don't know if that's ever going to happen with the McFarlane stuff. Saved about $13 to $20 on the Shredder and the Ralph Tommy pack. That's not too bad. How I want to say originally it was a 3-year deal, but and I won't say that 100%, but I seem to recall that originally announced it was a 3-year deal, and it was 2020. So assuming if they didn't renew, I think next year would be the last year. But my guess is that McFarlane will continue to hold on to the license. It's hard to say for sure, but my guess is, McFarlane will continue to hold on it through 2023. See, I don't get into these, which is better, Marvel Legends or DC Multiverse. Both lines have strengths and both lines have negatives. I collect them both. I mean, not every single figure in either line, but I enjoy figures out of both lines. I don't know. Maybe an after credit scene or something, or some type of. I mean, there'll probably be some type of Easter egg in there, but well, Hasbro's had the DC license before. I mean, not in recent times, but they have done DC figures in the past. I don't see Hasbro ever doing, as long as Hasbro's connection with Marvel and Disney is so tight, I don't see Hasbro uh, getting their hands on the DC license. So unless Disney bought Warner Brothers or DC or something like that, I don't see Hasbro. Like I said, while their connection with Disney and Marvel is so close, I don't see them. I don't see Warner Brothers giving them the license to DC. So I don't think that's going to be something that would happen in the near future. 3M. Well, I mean, recently, yeah, I agree. McFarlane's done a pretty good job keeping figures coming out on a regular basis. There hasn't been any significant delays with the multiverse stuff that I've seen. So, yeah, I agree with you that Hasbro has had more issues with the delays and stuff in the past year or so than McFarlane has. Of course, there's a lot more. Hasbro has a lot more different lines, and they put out. Hasbro generally puts out more figures. I mean, you get like at most 4 figures in a wave with like a McFarlane wave usually, but Hasbro puts out more quantity in general every year, but as far as delays go, yeah. Yep, Miss Marvel starts tomorrow. The Miss Marvel Marvel Legend figure goes up for pre-order tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So, look for some GI Joe pre-orders and Marvel, that Miss Marvel figure to go up for pre-order tomorrow. Yep, YoJoe June is now. Tomorrow is a live stream with the GI Joe brand team. So, we'll definitely be getting some reveals tomorrow. We were talking a little bit about that. But I'm not sure like we're gonna get the next wave of figures revealed tomorrow. We might, but I'm not sure. Like, the wave with Crimson Guard and Dusty and Zorana was the last wave that they revealed. I'm not sure we're gonna see the next wave. It may be, one-off stuff, store exclusives maybe. things like that. What's up, Silver Surfer? Jerry says, too bad the fourth buck and the Kyle Rayner DCUs. Lime came out late. Yeah, well, I never really collected DC that much. I've got a few figures here and there, but I thought like Mattel's multiverse stuff was getting better towards the end, but yeah, I don't know what the plan is, if they're gonna do live streams every Wednesday or what. I mean, they said that they're gonna touch base with people every week, and that they're gonna tell us by the end of June they're gonna reveal all the figures in the pipeline for 2023. I assume at least all the regular figures, but I don't know if that'll be via live streams or what. They might go back and forth between Instagram and YouTube, I guess. What's up, action figure expert? Super 7 still using Masters of the Universe classic bucks for Thundercats. It's kind of... I haven't had a problem with them. I mean, to be honest, those two lines back in the day were very similar, so... Well, but they said Wednesday or around Wednesday, so they could vary, but definitely once a week. And they said touch base, so they didn't specifically say like they're gonna do live streams on YouTube every Wednesday or what have you. They could just put out a tweet or something 1 week. So I don't know exactly what the plan is. For how they're going to reveal things, but definitely, tomorrow is not going to be the only, GI Joe reveals for this month, I don't think. NECA has the Predator license. Though I'm curious to know whether NECA's going to do figures based on that Prey series. We got the trailer for that. That trailer actually leaked out this past weekend, but then Disney slapped the YouTube channel that threw it up with a copyright. So, but officially the trailer dropped today for that new Prey Predator series. It looks okay. I mean, it's a TV series, so I'll definitely check it out. Sean says he needs new Joes. I'm with you, man. I got the Alley Viper in the bat a while ago. I got the Storm Shadow Wave from Robot Kingdom, but it's still stuck in custom, so I don't know when those are going to show up at my house. Yeah, and I haven't seen anything on... I mean, I've seen some people have Croc in hand, but I haven't, I don't think that figure has seen any kind of real release. Michael, if the movie's in December, probably late October would be the earliest. Maybe around New York Comic Con time. But it really depends on when the trailer drops. I have I have not caught the... I know it dropped yesterday, and I know like they announced Mark Hamill's going to be doing a voice in it and stuff, but I actually have not had a chance to go and watch that. Curtis, do I think I assume you mean the Star Wars HasLab? I checked it yesterday and it was like 2 away from breaking 1,000. So it's definitely going to be tight, but it only needs 5,000 and it has like 35 days to go, I certainly think it's possible. But it's certainly not one of those that I think is going to easily meet its goal. It's probably going to be one of those that, at the very end, maybe ekes over the top. And it's also possible it doesn't. I have not heard anything on Dr. Mindbender, so if it is a fan channel exclusive, I'm not expecting it to go up for pre-order this week. Possibly we will get details on it tomorrow, but I still, to me, the thing reeks of being like a summer convention exclusive. I don't know why Best Buy put it up like a placeholder page for like a few minutes last week for it. So that's the only thing that kind of makes me wonder if it's a fan channel exclusive. But I mean, packaging wise and everything, that reeks of just like the Zartan figure uh last year, that reeks of a SummerCon exclusive. But whether we get, I mean, I think we'll probably hear about it sometime this month, but whether it's tomorrow or not, I don't know. But no, I don't have any specific details on that front. My big news for the GIJoe Classified is if you're into those Transformer GIJoe crossovers, the first one was the His Tank with Megatron. There's going to be a new one revealed tomorrow. And it's probably not the one that you're expecting. I don't know, KJ, but I definitely would like to see a cover girl. Cover girl, I feel like never gets enough enough love from fans. She was one of the original Joes, but she always seems to kind of get left out. No idea on what the next Hasbro Marvel Legends HasLab will be. My guess is we'll probably hear details maybe next month, but I hope it's a figure, not a vehicle, but that's just me. But I have no idea. Yep, fourth episode of Obi-Wan tomorrow and Miss Marvel. So we are getting two shows on Disney Plus. I'm actually hearing some pretty good things about the Miss Marvel show. The trailer has not wowed me a whole lot, but I've been hearing some good things. And apparently, I'm told you want to stay till the end. Watch it through to the end. I don't know specifically if it's like an after credit scene or something, but Kevin just found Groot. I assume you mean the Love and Thunder Groot. I've enjoyed Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, I mean, I've seen a number of people hating on Obi-Wan, but I've enjoyed it for the most part. I mean, I'll wait until we see the end. We're only halfway through, so. But like, I really liked the girl they got to play young Leia. I thought they did a good job with that, and but I feel like some Star Wars fans are just focusing on stupid crap. I don't know how many times I've seen memes pop up on my Facebook wall this past week with that laser fence. I mean, like, yeah, it was kind of stupid, but I mean, we got to see a stormtrooper cut in half when he fell through it. I mean, I think that's the whole reason why they threw that in there. But some people are like, oh, why the hell would they need a laser fence on a open desert road like that? I mean, so that the farm vehicles have to stop and be inspected, I guess. I don't know. But it's not that big a deal. But it's like some people just like are looking for things to hate on it. Longer blonde hair is like she had in the original Mass Device miniseries, as opposed to the shorter kind of reddish hair. I prefer the long blonde hair look. Mandalorian has definitely been the best Star Wars show, period. But But Obi-Wan, I've been enjoying Obi-Wan a lot more than I was like the Book of Boba Fett. And I didn't hate the Book of Boba Fett, but I've felt like Obi-Wan so far at least has been a lot better than that. Not as good as the Mandalorian, but so far at least I thought it's been pretty interesting. And I like the whole take on this idea that Obi-Wan is struggling, you know, he's basically having to sit around and watch the Empire take control and not able to do anything because he's got to sit there and protect Luke. So I like this whole idea of him having to struggle with this, kind of like, losing focus with the Force and things like that. I think that's been pretty interesting. And like, I've seen, well, I don't want to get too into spoilers because I don't know if everybody's caught up. Like Jerry, last week Jerry hadn't watched. It sounds like Jerry's maybe caught up. So I feel like, you know, I've seen people be like, oh, well, Obi-Wan knew that Vader was still alive or Anakin was still alive. Well, I don't recall that being established in Revenge of the Sith. They, he may have had suspicions, but I certainly, after walking away from somebody who basically had been burnt to a crisp, wouldn't have expected them to necessarily still be alive. And it certainly wasn't totally, it wasn't like fully established whether he did or didn't know whether he was still alive. Now, obviously, they felt a need to hide the kids, but that could have just been because they wanted to hide them from Palpatine, not from Anakin. So, and Anakin didn't know he had kids until Empire Strikes Back. So obviously, you know, I don't think that it was necessarily on screen at least established that Obi-Wan was aware that Anakin was still alive at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Now I will say that the line in A New Hope where Obi-Wan and Vader face off, and he's like, last time we met, you were the master, and now I'm the master. That whole thing that gets a little muddied. I feel like with them, crossing paths here again. But that wasn't really like a plot altering line or anything. So, maybe Vader just didn't view himself doesn't view himself as the master at this point. I don't know. But as far as like continuity issues go, that one is a very minor one to me. So I'm okay with that. The third sister, like, and like this is another one of these things where I just start shaking my head, like people who I guess are bullying her or whatever on social media. I mean, I feel like we pick out a small minority in this fandom and we give them way too much spotlight. There's always going to be trolls, there's always going to be racist people and stuff. And if you are, a public figure and you go on social media like Twitter, they're probably going to come out and try and get under your skin. But I feel like, obviously not everybody who was not super thrilled with the third sister was not racist. So I don't know. I don't condone any racist bullshit, but at the same time, not all criticism is racist. But me personally, I didn't think she was like this fantastic character. She was kind of, she was very plain compared to all the other Inquisitors and everything. But I do feel like she has a deeper story that we've not yet seen. Like my feeling is that she was abandoned by Obi-Wan or something. But she was probably a youngling in the Jedi Temple, and she probably feels abandoned by Obi-Wan. That's why she has such a hatred for him. Something along those lines, at least. But there's a story there that we have not yet seen fully revealed. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. And I'm also, I mean, some people have said like the Grand Inquisitor is still alive, which probably, but that to me has been the biggest continuity issue, is if they killed him off. But I guess if he's still alive, somebody told me he has two stomachs. I don't know if that's what they're gonna say or what. Yeah, we got a bot or spammer or something in here. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what somebody told me. Yeah, Naked HD. I don't know where they came from, but they've been put in timeout. I mean, the thing is, somebody told me that one of the producers came out and said that the Grand Inquisitor is still alive. If he is, okay, but don't like ruin it. So I don't know if that any of that's true or not. I tend not to listen. If somebody has to come out and explain the show to you, then there's a problem. You know, when a director or producer has to come out on social media and explain something about the movie that they did, then there's a problem. Jerry sharing imparting some cow knowledge on us, telling us that cows have four stomachs or four compartments. I want to say, isn't it it's either koala or kangaroo that has like some place where they store food, but it's not in their stomach. They have to explain because people don't wait until the shows. Well, that's why I don't. That's why I almost never, unless it's something that's like blatant, like screw up or something. You know, I usually, especially with these streaming shows where it's like each episode is just one part of a large story. I always wait until the very end to make any final decisions because it's like until I know how this is going to play out, you know, the first three episodes could be really great or the first three episodes could be bad, but it's really how it all plays out together that counts. So I mean, so far, like I said, with Obi-Wan, I've been enjoying it, but until I see the final three episodes, you know, I'm not going to have a final verdict on it. Yeah, but don't come out in the middle of the show and like start spoiling it. I mean, if you made it look like he was killed, even if you didn't really kill him, you know, don't sit there and come in the middle and say, "Oh, well, he's not really dead." I mean, since Reva isn't in the Rebels cartoon, I gotta assume that she probably doesn't last very long. I'm thinking she probably ends up getting killed before the end of the series, but I don't know. John says he remembers when TV series had between 20 and 24 episodes each season. Well, that's still the case with most regular network television, but Yeah, with these streaming, I mean, and they change like with these streaming shows, like some streaming services now, have you noticed like they give you like 2 or 3 episodes at a time? They're still like trying to split them up. Obviously when we first started doing this with the streaming stuff, you put out all the shows in the season at once, and then you could either watch them however you wanted, and that's my preferred way, especially when you do them in a way where the story just plays out in every episode. But now, you still have some places that will do one episode a week, which drives me crazy. But then you have others that are doing like Amazon Prime is doing like 1 or 2 or 3 episodes uh, a week. So I prefer that at least a little bit over, only getting one episode a week. Ahsoka should be pretty good. I'm hoping we get some clarification on what's been going on with the Rebels crew during that series. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Andor. I don't know if it'll be I've got it sounds interesting, but at the same time, I don't know. So I feel like we're gonna focus more on probably as much like Mon Mothma and the Rebel Alliance being formed than anything, which I think could be interesting. But we'll have to see. Yeah, Ezra, Sabine. We definitely need to get updates on those characters. I'm pretty sure Sabine's definitely confirmed for the Ahsoka series. I can't remember if Ezra is or not. Yeah, Prey. I mean, it looks interesting. You know, Native Americans going up against the Predators. So I don't know if it was a movie, if I'd be that excited for it, but being it's a free TV series, I definitely will check it out. Yeah, I know why they do the one episode a week because they want you to keep coming back every week, tuning into their streaming service. But when you do an up where each episode is essentially just a part of a larger story, it's very annoying when it's just one episode a week. You know, one episode a week television when, most episodes were self-contained is one thing. Occasionally get a two-parter or what have you. Or even, go back and look at like Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which had like, during the Dominion War, you had that overflowing storyline, but still you could watch each episode individually for the most part. But you know, when you do it so each episode is just a individual part and it's not like really that interesting to watch it on its own, it's only good when you're watching it as a whole. I just don't think the whole one episode a week works very well. Again, from their standpoint, trying to get you to tune in each week, I get why they're doing it, but that's not how this format of TV series was meant to be shown. So, and you can't wait. It's like with most of these things, especially like the Star Wars and the Marvel stuff, it's not even like you can be like, well, I'm just going to wait until all the episodes air and then I'm just going to watch it all together because spoilers get posted online so often. You're lucky if you get 2 days before spoilers start popping up on social media. So, if you tried to wait the entire season before watching it, you'd have everything ruined. KJ, Tron Legacy sequel. I was reading something about uh the other day where they were talking about how that got put on the back burner when Disney bought Star Wars and Marvel. So I don't know if we'll ever see another Tron movie or not. I hate commercials too. I'd be willing. I've gotten to the point where I would be willing to pay. I'm willing to pay a little bit extra not to have to watch commercials, especially when you're watching it on a channel that has like this only has like the same 3 commercials every commercial break. It starts to get on your nerves. Well, it wasn't the success necessarily. It was Disney. Disney was all in on a Tron sequel, and then they bought Star Wars and Marvel, and then basically their priorities changed, and so they put all their emphasis on Star Wars and Marvel, and the Tron stuff just ended up on the back burner. So, but yes, I read the director, the guy who was writing it or something, did an interview on Hollywood Reporter or something, and he was talking about that. Eventually, they'll probably do something. I mean, I liked the second Tron movie better than the first, to be honest. I know it didn't do very well at the box office, but I actually really liked that movie. Yeah. Well, like for instance, Amazon Prime it launched this new, like, I forget what it's called, freeze something or other, but essentially it is a streaming service where the content has commercials playing on it. And I think that's fine for people who can't afford, to pay for all these streaming services. But if you pay for Amazon Prime, then you should get all content should be commercial free. It should only be the people who aren't paying that should be having to watch the commercials. So, but yeah, all these streaming services are trying to find these little loopholes and stuff to make more money basically. So they're trying to find ways to slip in commercials and I mean, I got rid of my cable like several years ago, but it's getting to the point where there's so many damn streaming services now that it's just gotten ridiculous. I mean, yeah, I agree. The Tron Legacy movie is actually better than the original Tron movie, and I like the original Tron movie, but I feel like Tron Legacy was actually a better movie overall, but it unfortunately did not do well. I've only seen one episode, I only saw the first episode and it was okay. I didn't think it was one of their greatest episodes, but I understood the content that they were trying to tackle, suicide and things like that. So, I give them credit for trying to take on a subject matter like that, but I did not feel like the first episode was as good as past episodes. Yeah, and it's annoying because I have Paramount Plus, so I can watch Star Trek because I'm a big Star Trek fan. I've got Disney Plus mainly for Marvel and Star Wars. I very rarely watch anything else on Disney Plus. I have HBO Max for DC stuff. Now you do get other movies, Warner Brother movies on HBO Max, so that one's not too bad. I have Amazon Prime. Now I get free shipping and everything. I do a lot of shopping on Amazon, so the free shipping alone is worth Amazon Prime. Plus I get the movies. Um, I have Apple TV, and that's one where I don't watch it enough, so I should probably get rid of it. But trying to think what else. I did not subscribe to the Peacock, the NBC one. I did not subscribe to that one. I think I have Epix TV as well, but I think that's comes in under Amazon Prime. I just watched the new Billy the Kid series on Epix. That's pretty good. That was pretty good if you like Western type stuff. I don't know if it's competing with itself, if you mean because Captain Marvel and Obi-Wan are airing at the same time. I mean, I'm sure people will watch both of them if they're into both Marvel and Star Wars. I mean, once you've subscribed to Disney Plus, they've got your money. So it really doesn't matter how much you actually watch it as long as you continue to subscribe. Now, one would assume if you're not watching anything, you would probably unsubscribe at some point, but it's not really about you watching something specific. It's just that you continue to, subscribe to their service. Yeah, I bought like around the holidays, the Thanksgiving and the Halloween one. And I watched one or two series on there and a couple movies occasionally, but that's probably that's probably the streaming service that I currently subscribe to that I watch the least. And Netflix, of course, which I watch, somewhat regularly. Um, I just watched Stranger Things, the new season of Stranger Things on Netflix last week. John, am I liking Strange New Worlds? I don't like how they're screwing with continuity. Last week's episode with Spock, I mean, that completely blows out of the water the Amok Time episode from the original series, or having the Gorn, which, they weren't supposed to encounter until the original series. So just like they always do with these prequel stuff, they keep screwing up continuity. Um, the show itself isn't too bad, but they can't, they just can't seem to help themselves and screw up the continuity of Star Trek with those things. Like I get my TV, like my network television, I get through Hulu. So that's another one I subscribe to, but Hulu offers all the, regular cables, basically basic cable and regular network television. I get through Hulu. I watched the first three episode of The Boys um this past weekend. I gotta say that first episode of The Boys was that grossed me out. I won't give away spoilers, but if you've seen the first episode of the new season of Boys, ugh, that had me cringing. No, at least not anything. No, it doesn't. It takes place in the Discovery, same universe as Discovery, which takes, supposed to be the prime universe. The only outside universe of Star Trek is the Chris Pine universe, but Discovery, Picard, and Strange New Worlds are supposed to be part of the same universe as the original series, as the Next Generation, and you know, but they just can't help themselves screwing up the continuity. They did it with Discovery, the first, two seasons of Discovery, when they were in the past, they started screwing stuff up. Now they were smart enough and they moved Discovery into the future and the show became a lot more watchable after they did that, but the final season aired, I think it was last year, but yeah, that show's done. But they did finish it up. They didn't just like cancel it. They gave it one last season. And that was actually not a bad show. I watched that show. It wasn't too bad. We were just talking about that earlier. No, I don't think Hasbro, as long as they have Marvel and are close with Disney and everything, I don't think they'll ever get DC. Unless like Disney were to buy Warner Brothers or DC Comics. That's the only way I see that happening. Nope. not part of the Kelvin universe, not part of the Chris Pine universe. In fact, if you watch I think it was this past season of Discovery, there's an episode where they actually make reference to Picard, the Picard series, where they talk about Picard being essentially having his consciousness transported over into an android type body. So they actually make a reference in the Discovery series about Picard. They are supposed to be in the Prime universe. They're not part of the Kelvin universe or a separate universe. I did see the Lost in Space movie. I didn't think the movie was. I like the series better than the movie. Well, they are doing another Abrams Star Trek movie. They're supposedly working on that. I like the first Abrams Trek movie. I thought the first one was really good. The two after that I didn't think were that good. I haven't had any problem with HBO Max on my TV, but like I haven't tried streaming it on my phone or a mobile device, if that's what you mean. I did have to, like last week or maybe it was the week before, I had to delete the Disney app, Disney Plus app off my Apple TV and reinstall it because it kept freezing up. So if you're having problems, I would just delete the app and then reinstall it and see if that fixes it. Yeah, Picard, I've not been, I mean, there's been a few aspects of Picard that I liked, but overall, I've not been too thrilled with the Picard series. Now, season three is supposed to reunite the entire Next Generation crew, so I am definitely interested to see what they do there. But yeah, Picard has not been as good as had originally had hoped. I think right now out of the new Trek, so first of all, as funny as it is, Star Trek Prodigy, which is the cartoon, the Nickelodeon cartoon, I actually think that is really good. I definitely, even though it is a cartoon and it is geared a little bit towards kids, but I think they've done a really good job with that. So if you're into Star Trek, I would recommend that you check that out, even though it's a cartoon. But as far as live action television, probably the recent seasons of Discovery have been the best. But I still think I don't think any of the current Trek has been as good as like the stuff in the '90s. Deep Space Nine is still my favorite Star Trek series overall. Though I can go back and watch original series episodes or next gen. In fact, I recently here just watched Star Trek 2, 3, and 4, the movies. Star Trek Nemesis has too many. There are some aspects of that are decent, but to me that has too many plot holes in it to really be able to enjoy it. Insurrection is okay, but it's like just like a long TV episode. I like Generations, even though I would have definitely liked to seen Captain Kirk go out in a better way, like on the bridge of the Enterprise. Star Trek, First Contact's probably the best Next Generation movie. Uh oh, bot must have gotten out of timeout. Yeah, Wesley got a little annoying. Of course, they brought him back in Picard. He made an appearance in season 2 of Picard. What's up, Henry? An Iron Eagle reboot. God, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. With Lou Gossett Jr. First Contact's definitely the best next generation movie. Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan, and Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock are my two favorite Star Trek movies overall. But Young Justice is the best DC product in years. That I gotta put myself in the boat that I have not watched those on HBO Max yet. I need to. I don't think it's Michael Bay, but I won't swear to it. I have not been following the Transformer movie news that closely. I've lost interest in Transformer movies. You know, the first Michael Bay movie was okay. Or actually, I take that back. I do like the first Michael Bay Transformers movie, but everything after that was just at best and total crap at worst. I I I will be one of the. I did not like Avatar. I thought that movie was nothing. The only thing that made that movie was the 3D, which was the first 3D movie at the time, which I didn't even think was all that interesting. But I was never been a huge fan of Avatar, and I could really care less about a sequel. And like I thought the Bumblebee movie was okay, but I didn't go to the theater and watch that one, and I probably won't watch the next one in the theater. I thought the first Transformers movie, the Bay movie, was good story wise. I hate the designs of them. I've never liked the designs of any of the modern movie Transformers stuff, but I did like the story. I like the overall feel of that movie. But to me, again, after that, it was just kind of downhill. I mean, I'll watch Avatar probably when it comes out on one of the streaming services. I guess HBO Max or whatever, or no, I guess Disney Plus. But I have no interest in. I definitely don't plan on going to the movies to see that one. I think the only reason people like Bumblebee is just because of the Cybertron flashback scenes and stuff, which was kind of cool to see, but it wasn't really a big part of the movie. So I don't know. Can Hasbro make a helmet from the first Thor movie? I'm sure they can. Will they? I doubt it, but yes, technically they could. I've seen the trailer for that. That's another one that I probably will wait till it comes out on home release, but I'll definitely check that one out when it does. I guess for me, Bumblebee just I've never found Bumblebee that interesting of a character. So the fact that, a whole movie is based on him, I mean, I guess he appeals to the kids, which is why they did the Bumblebee movie. But I don't know, just out of all the Transformer characters, Bumblebee has always been one of the more boring ones in my opinion. But I'm pretty sure Bumblebee was one of those where they started out saying it was not a reboot, and then they decided later on that to say it was a reboot. So I don't know if technically it's supposed to be a reboot or not, but I think that is the going thought that it is, a reboot now. But I know when they first announced that movie, they were like, it's not a reboot. What's up, Chuck? Target is killing or is cutting millions in non-essential items. I've heard that they're cutting back inventory, like ordering inventory, because they've got like a lot of the retailers over ordered stuff to try and compensate for the delays, and now they're like stuck with like this all this merchandise that hasn't been selling very well for them. So now they're cutting back on what they're ordering. At least that's how I understand it. A Sunstreaker and Sideswipe 80s style movie. Like the Miami Vice of Transformers. Alex says the Black Adam figs look surprisingly good, but what I'm most excited for is the Sabak Mega Fig. We've never had a fig of that character from what I can remember. Yeah, I don't think we have. The Fire if they gave us a more accurate looking to his classic look Firefly, I would definitely be interested in that. I'm trying to think who else could use an update. I feel like Duke has got kind of a give. Like, it's hard to believe they would do a line like that and not do Duke. So I could see them doing another version of Duke. I mean, yeah, any of those Walmart retro figures are going to be, they're going to use the base body at least. But like, like with the Gung Ho figure, they definitely did a much better job of giving him his classic look with that retro figure. So I feel like if they did something like that with Firefly, and the Firefly that we got wasn't horrible, but it wasn't as good as the original look for the character. Scarlet, yeah, I could see them doing Scarlet. What's up, John? Anything's possible, but those are two I definitely don't feel like are going to be coming anytime soon. Of course, there's I don't know if you guys saw the Superpowers collection Darkseid figure image that leaked out online this weekend. I don't know where that originated from, but not really for me because I never really collected the original Kenner line, but I figure people who did are probably going to be interested in those. Well, Fred's 7 Cobra Commander would be the Cobra Commander in the armor, if you're going by the comics at least. And I don't know. Hasbro is teasing Ghostbusters on their social media today, so I don't know if they're going to reveal something for Ghostbusters tomorrow, like they were talking about tomorrow being Ghostbusters Day or something like that. So I know a lot of you have been asking about Ghostbusters, so maybe we'll see something new tomorrow. I don't know. I don't think Batman's ever been Apache Chief, but if there's a way to do it, I'm sure Todd would find it. What's up, Joseph? Yeah, I can't make that bot go away permanently. I can put it in timeout, but then he comes back. There's not a way to get rid of him. This seems to work anyway. Armored Cobra Commander wouldn't be I wouldn't mind too much, but there are definitely other characters I'd rather see before we got like another Cobra Commander. Yeah, I don't know if I go. I mean, I really don't know. I feel like if they wouldn't, I mean, I don't know who decided tomorrow was National Ghostbuster Day or whatever, but I feel like Hasbro wouldn't be calling attention to it unless they had something they were going to show off, or maybe they're just going to give us like an update on the Proton Pack or something. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't get my hopes up on something like extravagant, but I would just keep an eye out possibly tomorrow for something Ghostbusters. What's up, Thomas? Same to you. Ooh, throwing in the hot rod burn. Well, I don't know if I can switch it to that in the middle of the stream, but yeah. Yeah, I don't see that happening. But maybe they're gonna announce another HasLab for Ghostbusters. I mean the Proton Pack did pretty well, but if they did another Ghostbusters HasLab, it would probably be another role play item, not like a figure or something. But who knows? Rocker says we need an Iron Claw figure for the classified line. I remember Extreme Ghostbusters. I don't consider myself a hardcore Ghostbuster. That's the one where the drove around in that weird looking old time car or something, right? Like it had nothing to do with the Ghostbusters movie in any way. I don't know. We don't usually get a lot of spam bops during the live stream, so I don't know why that one keeps. Yeah, I remember that series mainly because it was always confusing to me as a kid because it was like you thought it was like Ghostbusters related, and then you'd start watching it, and you was like, "What the hell does this have to do with Ghostbusters?" Thank you, man, for the $2 super chat. Much appreciated. All right, man. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here pretty soon. It's getting close to 8, but thanks for dropping in as always. So yeah, I think we've covered everything tonight. But yeah, that if you're coming in late, my big reveal is tomorrow for GI Joe. Look for a new Transformer GI Joe crossover. Um, it's it. I will tell you, it's not Optimus Prime. I know a lot of people thought the next one was going to be Optimus Prime, and it's not Optimus Prime, but it is an Autobot. So I'll leave it at that. And it is an actual GI Joe vehicle. So just like the His tank with Megatron. So now that makes sense that they probably were the first Ghostbusters. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to use the name. A Heroes for Hire wave. Nothing I've heard of, but I mean, I doubt a whole wave based on Heroes for Hire, but definitely characters. Oh, I love that Jetfire or Skyfire. Oh, you mean for the Transformer? No, no, it's not. It's not Jetfire. It's a weird combo. Like the character and the vehicle, the GI Joe vehicle. It's kind of a weird. It's not something I would necessarily think of. Blake, what's up, man? It's been a while. Actually, what I don't think you were around last week, but the week before, I think you were was the last one you made it to. Was it part of the same timeline? I mean, I remember it vaguely, but I really didn't watch it a lot. So no, I don't have anything on the Legends. July is going to be a quiet month for Legends. I think tomorrow's the pre-order for the Miss Marvel figure. I told you guys about the Ghost Rider last week, and you know, while I don't know for sure myself, I mean, I have not seen anything. I'm thinking the final Disney Plus figure is going to end up being She-Hulk, just because of the code name. But I don't have anything for you beyond that. June is all about GI Joe, so I don't think we're really going to get much on Marvel. We got the retro wave this week as well. I told you that was coming. I told you that last week in one of the news videos that was coming. And then the Miss Marvel figure, but I think that's probably going to be it for Marvel Legends stuff this month. Unless, I mean, I guess it's possible Hasbro could pull something out, but I have my doubt. While I'm on board that She-Hulk is probably the final figure, I have my doubts that image, that so-called image at the back of the packaging, this shows an image of She-Hulk that looks like somebody just took from the trailer. It's not of the figure or anything. So I feel like that's fake. I would not sit there and say that's confirmed because of that image. I know what you're talking about, but I just that looked fake to me. So last week I told you guys, and I reported this on Marvelous News, so you can read it there. But originally, at one point, I told you in the Marvel 80th anniversary subline there was going to be a second Captain America figure. Now these are the ones on the retro card backs, not the special Toy Biz tribute like the first four. But long story short, I believe there's going to be a Ghost Rider figure. Probably, this is my speculation because I haven't seen an image of it, but I'm thinking it's probably going to come on a Ghost Rider retro card back, based on the Toy Biz old Ghost Rider line. So, but yeah, it looks like, and I don't know what version of Ghost Rider. I don't know, what version. I just know that it looks like there's going to be a Ghost Rider figure coming. That's kind of part of that, one of the 8 figures in that 80th anniversary or 20th anniversary Marvel Legends subline. Retro card back. I don't know and I'm speculating on the retro card back only because all the other figures are coming on retro card backs. The War Machine's on the Iron Man retro card back. The Fire Lord, the Fire Lord is on the Fantastic Four retro card back. I think there's supposed to be a Beast with lab coat that I think is going to be on an X-Men retro card back, and an Apocalypse figure on a retro card back. And there's a Lizard figure coming or not Lizard, but Scorpion figure coming that I think is going to be on a Spider-Man retro card back. The Rhino figure that's out now, that's part of that subline, which is on the Spider-Man retro card back. So no motorcycle. Based on the price, it's just a regular price point of a regular figure, so I don't think it's going to come with a motorcycle. I think it's just going to be the figure. But so just know, I've seen indications there's going to be a Ghost Rider figure. I'm speculating it's going to be on a retro card back, and based on the price point, I don't think there'll be a motorcycle included with it. And I have no idea which version of Ghost Rider it will be. My hope is it's Danny Keach, though without the motorcycle. Maybe it's better if they do John Blaze. But that was my news for last week. I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually don't get a 90s animated series inspired Doc Ock, but I don't think it will be this year if we do. Got out again. What's up, Paul? Oops. Michael, do I think season 3 of the CGI He-Man series will have reborn Skeletor and Triclops with a body? Well, since they're doing figures of those, it's certainly possible. I have not heard anything about an Iron Fist Power Man Retro 2-pack. So I would say probably not this year, but who knows down the road. The only thing I have for it, well, so I think going up for pre-order tomorrow will be that Snake Eyes Timber 2-pack that they showed off at the last live stream, the second one. And then I also, for a new reveal, believe there's going to be a new Transformer GIJoe crossover figure. Possible, but I have no idea. Originally, it looked like there was going to be a second Disney Plus wave released at the end of the year, but being how things have been delayed, that's probably going to end up getting pushed into 2023. But I don't know. And I was not I I'd seen indications of another Disney Plus wave, but nothing, no specifics on what would be in it. I'm still gonna go with She-Hulk because of the code name, which was Clover, which is the same code name Disney used for the series. Clovers are green as well. I mean, that would work for Gamora as well, but I think Clover was the code word for the Disney for the She-Hulk series before it was officially announced. So it would make sense that Hasbro would use the same code name for the figure as Disney did for the show. So that's just speculation. That's just, deductive reasoning. I don't have anything specific that says that She-Hulk will be the final figure, but my speculation based on that code name is that makes the most sense. No, there should be, I think, at least two more. And I say at least two more. There could be more like store exclusives or something, but there should be at least two more of the 60th anniversary Spider-Man figures revealed at some point. Watcher is going on record and saying it's definitely She-Hulk. That would definitely be cool, but I will tell you that is not tomorrow's reveal. More than I can count. Michael says if it is Gamora, he definitely wants it. I'd rather have She-Hulk than Gamora, but definitely I could see Gamora getting made, possibly in the wave after, which would be more lining up with the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So I could see that. The last tease I saw from the Hasbro guys is that June was going to be fairly quiet as they geared up for July. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of Marvel Legend reveals this month. In fact, the Retro and the Miss Marvel might be it. But July, I think definitely things will heat up for Marvel Legends. What's up, Wolfpack? KJ wants a big time Becky Lynch figure. I'm not a huge WWE collector, so I mean they've got some nice looking ones out there, but for me personally, I'm I picked up a few here and there, but I'm not a huge wrestling figure collector. So those GI Joe classified figures with Storm Shadow, Storm Shadow, Spirit, and Cobra Officer. I'm waiting for. They're stuck in customs. I bought them off from Robot Kingdom, which is an overseas retailer. So they've been stuck in customs since May 15th. But those I'm looking forward to. I just got this one. This actually showed up kind of as a surprise. The Black Series Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett figure. So I got this one from Amazon. I had it on pre-order at both Big Bad and Amazon. And I got an email the other day saying it was getting ready to ship, but it wasn't going to be here till like Saturday. And then it ended up just showing up today. So, but probably the figures I'm most looking forward to coming are the GIJoe classified figures. I saw that trailer too. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Of course, I just go watch the movie, but I'm like, I got my Sunman figure the other day, so I've got him set up back there on the shelf. The Ram cycle I've had for a while. Those are all nice gets. Hopefully they get there soon to you. Toy Wiz, that's a weird place to pre-order from. All right, well, it's going to be about 8 o'clock, so I think we're going to call it a wrap for tonight. Just a reminder, no live stream this Thursday from me. I'm going to my niece's high school graduation, so I will not be online on Thursday. I may throw up a what's in the bin video. We'll have a video up tomorrow, a news video. We'll recap everything revealed from the GIJoe live stream tomorrow and tomorrow's news video. Probably have something up on Friday as well. But as always, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great week. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.